flu is on the move. The virus has arrived in yet another province.
They're concerned about any health problem that's on the mainland. It's not going to stay there.
Showing the vaccine only thought to be 10% effective.
Nationwide, there are already more than 41,000 cases confirmed. Every state in the country reporting widespread flu activity.
As of this morning, 18 countries around the world have reported cases of the flu within their borders.
Numbers out of Australia as of mid-October are concerning. If you get sick, stay home.
The Forever by Craig Robertson. So I'm constantly on the lookout for the next series or book to get into, and someone on Facebook actually recommended this book while waiting for the next expeditionary force to come along, and kind of said it was similar. I'm not sure that I really agree with that. It's definitely a space book. You got your snarky AI, so in that way, yeah, it's kind of similar, but couldn't be more different in my opinion. But what's funny to me is I was reading all the reviews before buying it, and I feel like some books you're not supposed to take too seriously. I think this is one of those books where it's just pure entertainment. You're not going to be enlightened by how the universe works by listening to this book. And to some degree, I think the Expeditionary Force is the same. Maybe a little bit more serious with that book. But it's pretty obvious when you start listening to this one that it's not really going to be that much of a head thumper. I mean, for crying out loud, you have yourself an android flying around the universe, interacting with different aliens, one of which is a fish species. I mean, when they bought this book, were they really expected some complicated plot, love triangles between the different characters, and perhaps some hard to understand time dilation concepts? Because if they were, well then yeah, this book would be a complete letdown. As a matter of fact, if you're looking for a book that's really going to make you think and give you some sort of better understanding of how this universe works, get The Elegant Universe by Brian Greene. But for me, probably the most hard to stomach, most unbelievable portion of this book wasn't the fish aliens. It wasn't that the story is about an android that flies around in a spaceship trying to find habitable planets just because Jupiter is about to pass by and totally crush Earth. That's not what was unbelievable to me, because after all, it's science fiction. But right in the beginning of the book, you have the president being told that this big, great catastrophe is going to happen. And basically right then and there he says, "Alright everyone, we need to evacuate Earth." And right away all of his lackeys are like, "Yes sir, yes sir,
yes,
okay,
sure,
yes sir,
yes,
yes
sir,
sir,
yes,
alright,
yes,
yes
sir,
sir,
yes,
yes sir, sir." There's no way they'd all agree that quickly, but I get it. That's the boring part of space travel. If that kind of stuff is interesting to you, then watch the show The First. That series is 8 episodes of all the worst parts of space travel, namely politics and finance. 8 episodes of all the crappiest parts of space travel. But not this book, basically gets to it immediately. Up until a couple of weeks ago, I'd never heard of Craig Robertson or the narrator, but decided to give it a chance anyways. I just couldn't believe all the negative reviews on the narration or the story. I'll definitely be adding the narrator and the author to my watch list. I went ahead and got the rest of the books that are on Audible in the series. I realize I'm a little late to the party with these books, but this series is proof that if anything, you can't judge a book by its reviews. And it definitely kills some time while I wait for Expeditionary Force Book 7 and Commune. And yes, I know they're both already released on Kindle, but who's got time to read? And I can't read while I'm working. That's a good way to get fired. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below if you've read it, and I'll talk to you next time.